Hey guys, it's Jaime Pfeffer, and I am back with you again today for another pick a card reading. In this reading, we are looking at what karmic cycle are you struggling to break free from? If you are interested in finding out which karmic struggle you are trying to break free from, and also details on how you can do this, you're definitely going to want to stick around for this reading. Okay, so here's the deal. We are looking at what karmic cycle you are trying to break free of. Some people are aware that they have karma and that they are stuck in repeating patterns or cycles, and others are completely unaware. They might just wonder, why do I keep experiencing the same kind of person coming into my life over and over again? Or why do I experience the same feelings even though I move geographically, or even though I have dated numerous people that were different people that I met from all different places? So, if you're interested in finding out about that information, you are going to want to look at the three stacks of cards in front of you and choose the one that seems to be speaking to you. So, we have got with us today stack A, stack B, and stack C. And I almost forgot, if you are new to my channel, I would really appreciate it, and I think that you will too, if you will go down below and make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. That way you will receive my readings as they come out. And there are times when I have exclusive readings, and actually, every time I post a reading, the YouTube subscribers are the very first people to get the reading notifications sent to them. So also make sure that when you subscribe, you click on the wiggly bell. That way you will be notified immediately when I make that video public. The other thing that I want to talk about real quick is that I have made a little bit of an enhancement to my videos. And so what I'm going to be doing is, starting today, I will be offering extended readings on some of my pick a card readings and some of my other psychic readings, okay? So if you just, you're happy with the free reading that you get here and you get all your answers, great. If you're not, and let's say for this reading, I tell you what the karmic cycle is that you're dealing with, but then you're like, how do I break free of this cycle? That is a question that I'm going to be answering in an extended reading. So if you would like to pay a couple bucks to find out how you can break free of that cycle, you will want to go down below and there will be an extended reading link for all three of these stacks of cards, okay? So that's what we're doing today. In the free reading, we're looking at what karmic cycle am I currently experiencing over and over. And then in the free reading, and then in the extended reading, which is a paid reading, but it really is, considering that I charge $111 for a 30-minute psychic reading, the extended readings are an absolute steal, okay? So you can go down below and check that out. Alrighty, so all you need to do now is take a deep cleansing breath and ask yourself, which of these stacks of cards, one or more, has your insight? Is it stack A, stack B, or stack C? And then once you have that information, all you need to do is scroll down below. There will be timestamps listed underneath the video, and you can click right on your timestamp and go right forward to your reading. Okay? I hope that you enjoy it, and I will talk to you very soon. Hello, hello to everyone that chose stack A. And if you chose stack A, this is your reading. Real quick before I do jump into the reading, I did want to point out to you guys today that I do have some special crystals on the table. I have a lot of selenite going on today with this reading. So I've got a selenite wand here, another one here, a third one at the top, and then I have a selenite angel. This right here is actually a light smoky quartz orb. It looks like it's clear quartz, but it's actually super duper light smoky quartz. I bring that in to ground the vibrations. And then I've got this really cool flower agate sphere. right here, and it's got these bubbles in it. It's really beautiful. So agate is also a grounding stone, and it's very nurturing. All right, so let's jump into your reading, knowing that I will leave links below to these crystals if you are interested in purchasing any of them. So you only have one card in your stack today, and your stack is the Two of Wands in reverse. So with the Two of Wands, this is pertaining to either something that you're passionate about or your career, okay? So it could be some type of a love interest. So it seems to me, I know what the Two of Wands in reversed means, but I'm actually getting some psychic insight about what this karmic cycle could be for you. And so the Two of Wands, I'm going to talk about it upright first. The Two of Wands upright obviously shows an individual who has like the world in his hands here. He's got this thing in his hand and he's looking out over the harbor, over the horizon. We've got islands here. This actually reminds me of like maybe Greece or something like that. You know, he's dressed in a very interesting getup here. Mountains are about strength, okay? And the card that comes next in the series, the Three of Wands, is really waiting about your ships to be coming in. The Two of Wands to me speaks about being in between two different things. I'm noticing on this card that one seems to be higher up than the other. This one is actually bolted down. So I do feel like there is a situation in your life where you feel bolted to a wall. Okay. And there is one up. There is one upmanship. So one upmanship might be something that bothers you or that triggers you in your life. I also notice these roses here, which are crossing each other. So we've got the white roses here on this side, and then we've got the red roses on this side. So there might have been something in your life where you have had two vastly different characteristics within yourself. So for example, you might really want to speak up, but then you find that when you're around people, you can't speak up for whatever reason. Or you may find that you love dancing, but you are terrified of being on stage or something like that. Okay. When it's in reverse, the Two of Wands can speak of wonder and it can speak of good things, but it can also speak about emotion, feeling troubled, and feeling fearful. Okay, so it can also speak about emotion. And so what I'm really getting when it's in the reverse is the red cape, the red hat, and the orange. So this is something about being at cross purposes within yourself. There are two things. So it might be like a love that you want or a relationship, but you don't feel you can have it because of this other thing, okay? Or it can be like I talked about earlier. The red is about the root chakra and the orange is about the sacral chakra. So those are two karmic things that you are working on. You are working on feeling safe and grounded within yourself and also finding a way to still feel comfortable and safe, even though you feel like you might be between a rock and a hard place, or you feel torn between these two different things. Okay, so that is what the Two of Wands stands for. And I am feeling the need to pull you another card because that was such a short reading. So I'm going to grab you another tarot card to give us clarification on this Two of Wands and this karmic cycle for stack A. What else do we need to know about this Two of Wands? Okay, in this karmic cycle. Okay, so this is great. I do want to point out that both of these cards are called minor arcana cards. So these are not like hugely major things that affect you, that have affected you for years on end. Although karmic cycles can be like that, the fact that these are pip cards, which is what they're called, they're not major arcana cards. And I'm not trying to discount your feelings about it, but it's a good thing because you will be able to move on from these karmic patterns and cycles, and that's why we're all here, right? To evolve. So the Five of Pentacles, as you can see, shows two people who are, this one is injured. He's on crutches, and this one is walking barefoot in the snow, okay? So they are outside of this church, where on the inside it looks warm and you can see the stained glass and the light coming from the stained glass, but they are on the outside, okay? So another one of your karmic cycles or battles, I actually heard, is you may feel like an outsider. You may feel like you don't belong. You may feel like you don't fit in. You may feel like whatever these two things are that you really want in your life are never going to come to fruition, that you're always going to be out in the cold, really, about that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. And if you are interested in finding out more about this, also what you can do to break this karmic cycle or pattern in your life, please make sure to go down below and click on the extended reading link. Okay, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Hi to everyone that chose stack B. And if you chose this stack, we are now going to look at what are the karmic cycles or patterns that are currently causing you pain, okay? So your first card is the Hanged Man. And as you notice, that was in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. I was just about to say, if you notice, the Hanged Man looks like he is hanging from a tree. But in reverse, you can see the tree is down here, okay? So one of the karmic cycles or patterns that you are dealing with, so if it was the Hanged Man, this is about pulling yourself back from something and detaching and allowing yourself to get the clarity. See, the gold around his head is to get the clarity and the guidance that you need without pushing forward, okay? If it's in the reverse, you are not allowing yourself to receive that. You aren't allowing yourself enough time. Maybe you just aren't allowing yourself to detach from a situation. You might just be super duper involved in the details of that thing, or you might not be allowing other people to detach from a situation. I am getting like a selfish energy from this. So what I'm feeling is that you are learning how to deal with people who tend to be more selfish. And this is just reminding me of a boundary. I've been doing some boundary work myself. So this is a boundary around your thoughts, your thinking. This is about psychic protection. So one of the karmic patterns that you're working on is protecting yourself psychically, knowing that you deserve to have boundaries, and learning how to set and communicate boundaries kindly, firmly, and effectively. So that's that. And then your next card is the King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So I definitely think that in this incarnation for yourself, this camera is just, it won't let me get focused. So actually, I just heard that there's a reason that was happening. So you might get distracted by a King of Pentacles energy in your life. And the King of Pentacles upright is somebody who's got a really nice hold on their finances and their material wealth. And you've got the castle in the background. I mean, you see this guy, he's adorned by many, many things. He's got these wolves or lions that are flanking him, right? I mean, he's got so much going for him. In the reverse is somebody who is selfish. So again, what I had said about that, this can be somebody who can be cutting almost in business dealings, especially where it comes to their property or their materialistic things. Some people watching may have gotten a divorce from this kind of an individual. They didn't like sharing, and they may have done certain things to get their needs met that weren't very kind and weren't very respectful or appreciative of you. So these are the two things that you are dealing with in your life. And the more I look at it and ponder it, the more I feel that this Hanged Man in reverse over here is really about allowing yourself to pull out of other people's energies, getting yourself untangled. Like, I mean, just looking at this King of Pentacles energy, like, it's just very confusing. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So that is the karmic cycle that you are dealing with. Removing yourself from distractions and from selfish energies. I do feel that this group you could be highly empathic. You may have been used. You may have trauma stored in your body, but you are also here as a light worker to go through certain things and experience certain things with people so that you can show others and also rise above where you came from or the hand that you were dealt. So, as I mentioned before, there is an extended reading. So, if you are interested in learning how to get out of this type of cycle, how to get into recovery from attracting this type of person, please go down below and click on the link for the extended reading, Stack B, and I will see you over there, okay? Take care. Hi to Stack C, and welcome to your free weekly YouTube reading. And what we're looking at today is what karmic cycle or pattern currently is repeating in your life over and over. Some people just aren't aware that we have these karmic cycles or patterns, and these are things that follow us from previous lives or parallel lives, whatever you believe. And these things show up as repeating patterns, and they're often very, very painful. You'll know if something is karmic because it can probably cause you like super high highs, if it's a person too, or really low lows, okay? So it's like a love-hate type of relationship. What we're doing here is I'm giving you a quick look at what one of those cycles is in your life, or actually it could be more than one. And then in the extended reading, which you can get down below and pay a couple bucks for, we will look at how you can break free from that karmic cycle. So if that excites you, or if that's something that you would like to know how to do, make sure you go down below and click on Stack C extended reading, okay? But let's get started with your karmic cycle and pattern scenario. Okay, the Knight of Wands in reverse. So wands are, we've had a lot of wands cards in this reading overall today in stacks A and B. So wands cards are about passion. They are about the career typically, or things that we are passionate about, okay? Upright, the Knight of Wands is like, you see its horse. It's like charging in to give information, okay? And usually it's good information that spurs us on to take action. It's like, you got to take action now, okay? And you see this knight, and he doesn't even have his head covering on, okay? In reverse, this really speaks about, it can be haste too. This really speaks about division and complications, but even more than complications, competition, fighting, delays. It's not a very good thing. And I'm feeling like this may have something to do with your mother. And I don't even know how I know that, but that is the indication that I'm getting. Or if it's not your mother, it's about you receiving nurturing and like sustenance or support that you have needed in your life. It's been lacking, okay? That is a karmic cycle. You may think that you find it with certain people and then only to come to find out that you were wrong, about it, or that, oh my gosh, it's the same scenario that I have found myself in X, Y, Z, A, B, C times. Like it's the same person, right? It's a different person, but they're like the same actions or behaviors are happening, and it can just make you feel like totally dumbfounded. I'm really feeling the energy of chaos here. So you may have grown up in a home with a lot of chaos, and like an alcoholic home, a dysfunctional home, something with like rampant or strict religion, or maybe a military home, or something where the rug could be pulled out and, 1 minute everything was great, and then the next minute the rug was pulled out and everything was very chaotic. You may have been thrown into chaos a lot. You may have been raised by people who never really explained anything to you, and they would just put you in these scenarios that left you feeling very vulnerable. And you may have had siblings who argued or fought or something. That's what I'm feeling here. So this is a general reading. This is not going to resonate with everybody, but if one of those scenarios fits you, then we're on the right track. And the other thing about this Knight is it's very fiery. Like I'm feeling a lot of fire energy here. So that could be just people that like lash out or they do hurtful things, okay? They maybe are quick-tempered, you know, that type of thing. And so let's look at your other card here. Okay, so the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands, you can see there's this guy who is riding on this horse, right? It's a white horse, which is interesting because we've got the same white horse right here, okay? And it's a victory parade. You see the laurel wreath up here and you see the different wands, right? He's riding forward on his beautiful horse. And so what this is talking about for me is another karmic pattern that you struggle with or cycle is either people celebrating you when you have good things happen to you, and it might even be yourself. You might have a hard time celebrating with yourself. You just might have a hard time celebrating. You might have a hard time not waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Because when you grow up in an environment like this, that's super chaotic where, and I'm also feeling like with this card right now, it could also be like a total stop. So whereas when it's like this, it's like, pew, the energy is coming right in. It could also just be a total freeze where you may have had people in your family or in other scenarios just like totally stonewall you or like stop or ghost you or something of that nature, okay? So yeah, this is very interesting. You've got, sometimes I like to look at, or it sticks out to me, the way that their heads are facing, right? So what I'm really feeling is it's about looking forward, right? And you do see this horse, it's looking back a little bit, right? Like, is everything okay here? That's kind of the indicator I get. So, you know, I think that there is an issue or a pattern maybe of you even experiencing a lot of victories in your life because of this chaos. Like it's like you keep trying to distance yourself and look forward from this chaos, yet there's part of you that wants to look back and to make sure that things are okay. All right, so that's what I'm getting for your karmic pattern. And I mean, there even could be like people trying to sabotage you. I'm kind of getting that here with that. So if you are interested in finding out, you know, what can you do to break this pattern, to let victory come into your life and to perhaps protect yourself from people that are trying to sabotage you or protect yourself, insulate yourself from the chaos of this card, please go down below and click on the extended reading. I would love to share some more insight with you, and I will see you there. If not, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you around very soon. Okay, bye.